Greetings! Welcome to Little Discovery Corner. Today, as I was getting ready, I heard, when will you go? Like, when will you start? Why haven't you started? Like, when will you move? Like, basically, time to get off the pot. Time to get off the pot. If you're just been stuck in wishing mode and stuck in planning mode, stuck in wishing, stuck in kind of like a victimhood mentality, like, oh, all these things are going wrong, oh, all these circumstances are the way they are, I can't change. That's a mentality of lack. That's a mentality that's giving your power away. I know everybody has different circumstances in life, different things preventing them from, say, doing everything they want, but if you're not at least working on formulating solid plans to make changes, then you're just staying stuck. Bird's nest. Okay, so you may have like a family to care for, children, situation to worry about. But you also want to flow. Go with the flow of destiny, of where your gut, your inner voice, your heart wants to lead you. The universe. Diversity. Just holding a book. That kind of makes me think of, widening your perspective, taking other opinions into account. Maybe, if your children are older, you could ask them for their honest opinion of the situation, what they think, how they feel, and take that into account into your decision making. Ask trusted friends and any invested parties who you can trust to give you an honest, supportive opinion, even an honest naysayer's opinion, but trusting that they truly care about your greatest and highest good, to help you inform the next steps in your journey and help you make plans and let change happen. What else? And roses is like the cups, your emotions, and that's also represented by the water, and being honest and true to your heart's deepest desires, like what you truly value in life. Fated meeting, another 7. Okay, there may be a connection. You might be trying to strategize on how to move forward, and you got to keep in mind that there's only so much strategizing you should do. Only so much strategizing you can do before it becomes manipulation and ego-driven, like a game of winning, a game of wills, a game of manipulation and control. Which is why to make heart-based decisions that honor your inner heart, your inner child, your gut, where your intuition wants you to go. Sometimes you just gotta let go and go with the flow. Yeah, trust your intuition, trust your higher self, trust your inner voice. Let go of the game. Yeah, these two and this is like a number 1. It's like you having realizations about where you need to go next, and that letting go of the game over a certain connection could be a realization you need to come to and or embrace. And that could be what your higher self is trying to tell you. These birds, they're like bearing messages from the heavens. 2 is also about partnerships, balance, decisions. I was just thinking, also heard before I started, this quote from a movie I watched when I was younger, starring Cher, Winona Ryder, and Christina Ricci when they were much younger, called Mermaids. And at one point early in the movie, Cher says to her kids, Death is dwelling on the past or staying in one place too long. And I just love that quote. It's a good mantra in life to keep in mind. Okay, reflect on past actions that could have involved games, mind games, dating games. Dating games really are just trying to control a situation. It's important to just let things flow. Community. Yeah, this ties in with getting different perspective and maybe a home situation that may involve children. And yeah, as I said, if these children are older, you could solicit their personal feelings, experience, and opinion with an open mind and heart, and take that into account with into your decision making. Okay. And that also includes, as I said, trusted friends who you could possibly confide in for any advice, input, guidance, suggestions. I think I'll go with my what's blocking you. Watch your step. I heard watch your step. Accept that it's okay to reach for more. Okay, maybe that speaks to like previous relationships, say being kind of surface level, transactional, and like maybe the faded connection that came up before is something that was calling you to dig deeper, dig into your emotional well, and be willing to let your emotions come forth like a waterfall in order to honor your truest and highest self. Build your confidence by dating a lot. Find out what people like about you. Okay, that actually ties in with getting others' perspectives. And it could be a good time for you to, if you are single or newly single or trying to be single, maybe focus on casual dating in which you like take things slow. And maybe friend dating. That's a concept I've heard of. Take a break from actual dating and just, spend some quality time going out with friends. You're missing opportunities by playing hard to give someone a chance. You fear loneliness. Okay, you might be used to very surface level relationships that don't dig very deep emotionally, don't open up intimately with vulnerability. And you're afraid of, like, say, parts of yourself getting rejected, like maybe parts of yourself you were raised and conditioned to reject in yourself because they were rejected by your caretakers. They were judged, and so perhaps that has led you to play hard to get, but also fear loneliness at the same time. And working on that is a lot. It can be a lot to dig through those inner demons. Criticizing. You could be criticizing yourself. That's what I'm hearing with this one. And if you're raised in, say, maybe an abusive household, maybe raised by a narcissist or controlling person of that sort, then yeah, it is hard to face these demons. And you could be giving too much to people who are taking too much. And then when you try to start the work, you get criticized. You want someone who completes you, but you need to be whole on your own. And that's what digging into this inner baggage, these inner wounds, and facing them and bringing them into the light so you can confront them, accept maybe things that happen, accept the way you feel about certain things that you've been suppressing, so you can let them surface, let yourself feel them, and let yourself release it all. And of course, as always, quality therapy can help walk you through that if you feel the need. Stuck in the past. Okay, you could be stuck focusing on that past connection, faded meeting in which you were playing games, and you might be feeling incomplete without that connection in your life, and you're stuck in the past. What I say, death is dwelling on the past. Yeah, and not being wearing a mask. That's all part of the strategy, game playing, trying to control things, trying to project a perfect image, even if it's not really you. Okay. What do I want to do next? It's been a while since I did my wild mystic. Stillness popped out. And trick. That kind of lines up with masks. Where are you going? Ask yourself that. Confidence, finding confidence. By accepting yourself without judgment. Like if mistakes were made, how you release yourself from your own judgment is taking accountability and being sorry and expressing apologies for certain choices as needed to show that you are accountable. Because everyone, makes mistakes, everyone gets in their head, everyone gets in their ego. It's a struggle everyone faces as a human being. Have patience and believe that you can reach a place of confidence. But yeah, learning to take accountability with earnest, honest, open-hearted apologies is what helps earn trust and what helps clear your karmic slate. And clearing your karmic slate and get you to a new energetic start. That's cunning. I see a butterfly and a skull. And cunning makes me think of just making smart plans in order to let an old version of you, an old way of life die out, let yourself grow out of it, and transform into someone who is emotionally aware of themselves and of others and has care for their loved ones and trusted connections. The shark, the fear is of fearing your own emotions, fearing where your emotions are trying to lead you, what they're trying to tell you. But that is a sacred journey, doing that inner work. Like even if you don't believe in spirituality stuff, just the psychological journey of digging deep into your inner world to pull out your baggage, become aware of it, become aware of how it affects your behavior and decision making in order to start new. And this is a snake. Snakes shed their old skin when they're ready to grow. And that's how you learn to find love for yourself and find a mature love with others in which you have equal give and take connections where you're teaching each other and helping each other grow and supporting each other. And that's romantic, platonic, familial, whatever connections are worth pouring into. Doing the inner work can help you improve your ability to provide care to those connections. All right, I'll go with my angel numbers to close out. Ooh, 999, fulfillment. Visualize what's next. The cycle you've been carrying out is reaching fulfillment. You are at the finish line of your goals. It's time to start leveling up to visualize some new ones. What can you do to tie up loose ends? Explore this question today in quiet reflection. Okay. So you may have gotten to a point where you have actually done some work. You have made some movement. You have tried to make changes in life, and perhaps you're find yourself getting stuck, getting cycled back into old patterns, getting drawn back in, and that's when you're on the journey of inner work and inner growth and maturing, you're very vulnerable to that, getting pulled back onto the hamster wheel of old ways, old cycles. And so if you resonated with previous readings, yes, pat yourself on the back, but Also be wary of whether or not you're getting pulled back into old cycles and old ego mind traps. And be aware that your higher self is calling you to the next level. Oh, here we go. Fits right in with family, faded connections, care. 411, important relationships. See value in those that you love. It also fits right in with getting perspective from other trusted connections and taking those into account in your decision making. You are called to select one relationship close to you and nurture it in an attentive and loving way. Think about how to tell a loved one how much you care for them, appreciate them, and see them in your life. Make time for them today as you communicate how important they are to you. All right, so you can start small if a bigger, heavier message is too daunting for you. And just, reaching out to someone with a quick, thanks for everything you've done for me. I really appreciate it. What can I do for you sometime? 000. Universe abundance. So this is reaching endings, fulfillment, peak of an old cycle, and zeros are starting a new cycle. The universe abundantly supports you. The force of love is abound. This number enhances all attributes of other cards you draw today, creating a powerful connection between you and your angels. Visualize the power of the universe flowing, flowing, like a waterfall, into your being, and envision your own creative forces amping up to meet it. Draw another card, knowing that this message will be amplified by this energy. Okay, maybe one or two to even it out. This one fell out on the floor. Long game. Okay, that kind of fits in. If you're on a more spiritual awakening journey, the journey of inner emotional work can be a marathon, more than of a marathon and a sprint, or like a long hike up a big mountain. You got to take a lot of breaks. Sometimes you're set back a few steps. Keep going and don't take too long of a break. When you know your soul, your inner self, your gut is calling you to keep moving. 833, long game. This is a journey. Your angels are encouraging you to have faith in divine timing. The new balanced habits you've formed are not temporary. Okay, fits right in with what I was just saying about progress on the way upward of growth and maturity. They're meant to be implemented for the rest of your journey on this earth plane. Reflect now on how your mindset can shift to better accommodate your new routines. Let go of any timeline you may have that is not attached to better habits you've gained recently. Things will play out as they should. All right, and that ties in again with what I was saying about being wary of people, places, things, or other factors trying to pull you back into old cycles and old mindsets and old ego traps. Ooh, travel again. 724, travel experience brings growth. There is an adventure awaiting you, and it's in your highest good to pursue it. In new contexts and environments, your angels will bestow wisdom on you. Where do you want to go? Plan a trip or adventure, no matter how small, and know that it's never a waste of time to see and experience new things. Even if you can't go on a trip right now, make a vision board of a future experience in full living color so you can be reminded of your goal every day. All right, that could be as small as like if you live in out in the suburbs, taking the metro into a museum in the city or something like that, or just taking a day trip to a local getaway or a weekend trip if you can pull that off. Okay, I think that will be good for the day. If you've made it this far into the reading, please drop a heart in the comments, click like, subscribe to the channel. I hope that this has helped somebody out there today, and I will see you next time.